Morning Facebook, how are we? So this bit of hair's doing. So I'm out on viewings this morning and I just sort of stopped and looked around me and realised how fucking lucky I am to do the job that I do. Look at where I am. This is like, these are the houses that we are targeting at the minute. Who says rent to rent only works in smelly, dirty, terraced houses? Nonsense. Detached, high-end, good quality accommodation is where it's at. So this morning's video, I went to, every 2 weeks I go to a FOR networking meeting. I'm a member of FOR networking and I am a member of the team for the FOR networking event in Milton Keynes, the evening one. So it's every 2 weeks on a Wednesday night. And last night we had a guy called Fidel come and present the Foresight, and the Foresight is like a 20-minute presentation that you can go and you can do all around the country at any of the meetings if you're a member, or a passporter is what we actually call them. Now, I wasn't really sure what to expect, if I'm honest. I really wasn't sure what to expect from a guy who I've never met before, never really seen much about him online, and was introduced to me as a will writer. That's what he does, that's what his company does. And I was thinking, okay, this would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how, because I don't have a very good attention span, you know, if things don't get me, I'm not very good at paying attention. That's just the nature of my brain. So I was thinking, I wonder if actually this content about will writing is going to keep my attention. And I have to say, it was probably one of the most enjoyable 20 minutes that I've ever watched someone present. And he absolutely had my attention. And he really made me think about some stuff that I never really thought about, or I've thought about, but I think I've never really been given permission by somebody else to think, actually, yeah, you know, what you think is right in that capacity. And he went through his presentation and he gave 6 key things that are like the secrets to a happy long life, based on his experience of meeting you know, lots of people, writing wills for them, and you know, people that are at the end of their life, and his experience of that. And he said, you know, he was saying that all of the things that everybody said are the secret to a long and happy life actually are similar across the board. It doesn't matter who you are, what background you're from, all these things. The things that come across are the top 6 things that he mentioned are all the same. Now, there was one really important thing for me that really struck a chord with me last night, because for a long time, I guess in my life, I never really knew who I was or what I wanted to do or who I was or where I fitted and things like that. You know, I was bullied at school, and, you know, there's no sob story here, by the way. I'm totally over it. But I never really figured out who I was. I wasn't very confident. I struggled with my weight. You know, there was all these sorts of things going on. And what he said last night is actually a message from his mum and from people in his life, is the sooner you can work out the truth in you, the person that you are, the things you're meant to do to bring value to yourself and others, the sooner you'll be happy. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, because he delivered it way better than I possibly could, but the key thing here was that truth is the thing. And he said, you know, truth will set you free. Truth, telling the truth and being truthful with other people, and being true to yourself, being the version of you that is the real version of you, and being all of you all of the time. Be the authentic version of you all of the time. And, you know, for me, I think actually now I'm at a point in my life where I really have worked out who I am. I've worked out what's important to me. I've worked out what's not important to me. I've worked out what I will put up with from others. I've worked out what I absolutely won't put up with from others. And I've worked out what value I bring to the world and what value I bring to my friends and my family and all those sorts of things. And what it means is that every day I can wake up and I can just be me. And actually, I've never really, like, Fidel presented it last night in a way that I'd never really heard it said before. And for somebody that doesn't have a very good attention span, it really did strike a chord with me and made me listen to it and made me realise that, you know, there is definite correlation between me realising and recognising who I am and what I'm all about and what's important to me, and the level of happiness I have in my life. And the other direct correlation that's had is, as soon as I've worked out those things, it's impacted my bank balance, it's impacted my you know, friendships, it's impacted the success of my business, it's impacted the people that I can help, it's impacted like loads of different things. So ultimately, what I took out of Fidel's session last night, and I actually just spotted that he's on the video. Hey Fidel, hey, I hope you're good and you got back okay. what I've figured out is that the sooner that you can realize who you are, what you're all about, what's important to you, what you're trying to achieve, and the value that you personally bring for you, not for other people, but what you're bringing to the table, actually, the sooner it's going to have an impact on every other aspect of your life. Since I've been more confident, since I've worked out who I am and what I'm about and all these sorts of things, my life's completely changed. And there's got to be a correlation. That's not just a coincidence. And actually last night was a bit of a light bulb moment for me, because I realised that that's probably what's happened. Is I've actually just got comfortable with being in my own skin, being me, not listening to the things that people have said about me or to me, like when I was a kid and all that sort of stuff. Actually, I'm just very comfortable being me. And that is quite refreshing. It was quite nice to hear somebody kind of bring that to my brain yesterday. So Fidel, massive thank you for last night. Thank you for coming and making the effort to visit the group. I really wasn't sure what to expect, and I'm really pleased that you got over your back issues and came down. And I personally took a lot out of last night, so thank you very much for that. Anybody who doesn't know who Fidel is, Fidel's very kindly last night agreed to do a joint Facebook Live with me into this community, which is massively exciting. We're going to set that up, and so if you've got any questions for Fidel that you would like to fire at him, so that you can kind of see whether you get the same sort of light bulb moment as me. Honestly, I feel amazing this morning. I feel very lucky to be where I am right now. If you've got any questions for Fidel, then put them in this chat, in this conversation, and what I will do is I'll make sure that we fire those questions at Fidel and see what his thoughts are, see if he can bring you a light bulb moment like he did me. So anyway, I'm off to go and work. This is not work, is it? Look how cool is this? Oh, I love my life. Have an amazing day, guys, and really, really just give some thought to what I've said, and link up with Fidel, and have an amazing, amazing day. See you later. Bye.